FABORIGINALity Aryna Sabalenka puts on busted display in leather and gyrates in bizarre video as fans call tennis star flawless. Aryna Sabalenka is catching the eye away from the tennis court after leaving little to the imagination on social media. The Belarusian, 27, is preparing to compete in the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells this week. But, ahead of attempting to add to her personal trophy haul, Sabalenka put on a busted display when she headed onto TikTok. The world no one shared a bizarre video where she was gyrating in a low-cut black shirt and leather jacket. Sabalenka then pulled a fur coat over her head while dancing, and fans were quick to dive into the comments section. One said, "Wow, flawless." Another added, "Sabalenka, you looking stunning." A third noted, "Our favorite player being the diva she is." A fourth simply commented, "Beautiful." And a fifth fan wrote, "Perfect." Sabalenka has been treating her fans to stunning snaps as she prepares to return to action. She flaunted her sensational physique by donning a cropped black t-shirt during a sunset stroll. And the four-time Grand Slam champion also came close to spilling out of a tiny bikini last month. Sabalenka is looking to bounce back from her Australian Open heartbreak when she features in Indian Wells. She was on the wrong end of a final set comeback from Aryna Sabalenka in the final. In the ever-evolving theater of modern sport, athletes are no longer confined to the boundaries of their arenas. They are brands, storytellers, performers, and sometimes, when the mood strikes, unexpected viral sensations. Few embody this multidimensional presence quite like Aryna Sabalenka. Known for her thunderous ground strokes and fierce competitive fire, Sabalenka has built a reputation as one of tennis's most formidable power players. On court, she is intensity personified, shoulders squared, eyes locked, every swing a statement. But off-court, as fans recently discovered in a striking and somewhat surreal social media video, she can pivot from warrior to showstopper with startling ease. The clip in question, brief, bold, and undeniably attention-grabbing, featured Sabalenka dressed in sleek leather, moving to music with a carefree rhythm that felt worlds away from center court silence. The outfit was daring, sculpted, and unapologetically glamorous. The mood? Playful, slightly bizarre, and entirely self-assured. Within hours, fans flooded comment sections with admiration, repeatedly calling her flawless. What made the moment resonate wasn't merely the fashion or the dance itself. It was the contrast, the duality of a champion. Professional tennis is a sport steeped in tradition. Crisp whites, polite applause, restrained emotion, at least historically. Even in today's more expressive era, there remains an expectation of composure. Sabalenka, however, has never fit neatly into boxes. Her game is explosive. Her celebrations are loud. Her personality is vivid. The viral leather-clad video felt less like a departure from her identity and more like an extension of it. The same boldness she channels into a cross-court winner appeared in her confident movements on camera. There was no hint of hesitation, no visible attempt to dilute her presence. She seemed fully aware of the attention and entirely comfortable in it. In an age where athletes are scrutinized not only for performance but also for persona, that kind of comfort is powerful. Beyond the baseline. For years, the narrative around female athletes has often focused disproportionately on appearance. Headlines sometimes blur the line between celebration and objectification. Yet Sabalenka's moment felt different to many fans because it carried a tone of ownership rather than submission to the gaze. She wasn't posing timidly. She wasn't framed as a passive figure. She was moving, commanding, playing with the camera as though it were just another opponent to outmaneuver. The leather ensemble, form-fitting and bold, added to the visual drama. Leather has long symbolized edge, rebellion, and strength in fashion culture. Paired with her athletic build and unmistakable presence, it became less about spectacle and more about statement. The dance itself was playful and slightly eccentric, what some labeled bizarre. But bizarre can be magnetic. It disrupts expectation. It forces attention. It makes people look twice. And people certainly did. The fan reaction. Social media thrives on authenticity, or at least the illusion of it. Polished PR campaigns often fall flat compared to spontaneous moments of personality. Sabalenka's video felt unfiltered. A glimpse into a lighter, freer version of the competitor fans usually see gritting through tiebreakers. Comments poured in. Flawless. Queen energy. Who knew she had these moves? Iconic. For many, the admiration extended beyond aesthetics. They saw confidence. They saw a woman comfortable in her skin. They saw someone enjoying herself without apology. In a digital world often dominated by overthinking and image control, that spontaneity felt refreshing. Strength and femininity, not opposites. One of the most compelling aspects of Sabalenka's public image has always been her physical power. She is unapologetically strong. Muscular arms, commanding posture, athletic dominance. Yet society has historically struggled with women who embody both strength and glamour without diminishing either. The viral moment subtly challenged outdated binaries. Why must power and sensuality be mutually exclusive? Why can't a Grand Slam contender also revel in fashion-forward flair? Why can't intensity coexist with playful self-expression? Sabalenka's leather-clad dance seemed to answer these questions without words. She simply existed, fully, boldly, multidimensionally. The era of athlete influencers. Modern athletes operate in a space where performance intersects with personal branding. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok allow them to shape their narratives directly. They are no longer filtered solely through post-match press conferences or highlight reels. Sabalenka's video demonstrated savvy awareness of this landscape. Whether intentional or spontaneous, it showcased her personality beyond tennis. It broadened her reach to fans who may never have watched a full match but will now remember her name. In a competitive sports economy, relatability matters. Charisma matters. Memorability matters. And nothing is more memorable than an unexpected pivot from baseline bruiser to leather-clad dance floor diva. The psychology of confidence. Confidence is contagious. Viewers respond instinctively to it. In the video, Sabalenka's body language communicated ease. Shoulders relaxed. Movements fluid. Expression playful rather than self-conscious. That energy translated through screens, sparking admiration. Psychologists often note that confidence enhances perceived attractiveness. It amplifies presence. It shifts focus from physical details to overall aura. Fans calling her flawless may have been responding not just to appearance, but to that intangible self-assurance. It's the same quality that allows her to recover after a double fault and fire an ace on the next point. The same resilience that has carried her through pressure-packed finals. On court or off, the through line is conviction. Media, sensation, and spectacle. Of course, viral moments rarely exist in a vacuum. Headlines tend to amplify drama. Words like busted display and bizarre gyration create clicks. They frame the narrative in heightened, sensational terms.